Everyone, welcome to forceGalaxy. So today in this video we will be starting with some of the admin topics. So our very first topic will be related to it's not a very first topic. So yesterday also one video is shared where we discuss about the flow, the sales process in the Salesforce, how these objects will be useful for us to manage the customer relationship. Okay, and what is the complete flow using which we will going to use these different clouds, how they will be useful to us, like sales, services, and the marketing. Now today let's see or take a look to the objects we are having in the Salesforce, and then after this we're going to move towards the fields. Okay, so let's start with the video.
In the data model, first thing is here objects in Salesforce. So what are objects and what is the use of these objects, why they are needed here in the Salesforce? So one thing is Salesforce is basically a CRM. CRM is used to maintain the relationship between the customer and the company or any bit to maintain the customer relationship, right? So I am the owner of my company and I want to track all the customers who are interested in my this product and are customer of my company. So these are the number of customers. So here, number of customer means I need to store their details. I need to connect with them on timely basis. So there are a lot of information, or we can say lot of data which I need to store here, right? So how this data will be stored in the Salesforce? So this data will be stored in Salesforce in the objects. Objects is like a table. Okay, this is my table. And here objects are, this is known as complete object. And here we are storing our all the data of the customers. So this is my first customer data, this is my second customer data, and this is my third customer data. Like this it goes on as based on the object name, whatever the object is created as per it, as per its functionality, the data will be stored here in this object. So Salesforce objects like database tables, which is used to store and organize the data. Objects in Salesforce are building blocks for designing and implementing the data model for your organization. So if objects are not there, then there is no use of anything, because based on these objects only you will going to do each and every functionality or modifications, because these objects will only going to store the records, and whatever we are doing on the Salesforce is on the records only. If I want to create any automation, then only records will come. On these records only I will going to do. If I want to develop anything, then again these records will come. So at the end, object is the main building block of our designing and the implementation. Anything we want to build, anything we want to use, objects is the main part. So there are two types of object. Main two types are there for the object which we basically use to store the data. So the first one is the standard one. Standard one means by default which are given by the Salesforce itself. When we use to create a org, newly org is there. So the objects which it will going to show us over these tabs. So this is accounts, searching for the accounts. All these tabs which are visible here, these are the standard object by default provided by the Salesforce itself. Whenever you create any number of developer org, these are the default objects always visible to you in this different tabs. Okay, so these are the standard one. They are the pre-built object that come with the Salesforce and are common to many organizations. Okay, like suppose ABC, three companies are there or three organizations are there, and they purchase the Salesforce org with the Sales Cloud only. So number of standard object they will going to see will be the same. That is the account, contact, campaign. These will be common in all the organizations. It is nothing like this organization A will going to have less number of standard object and B will going to have more number. No. If the cloud is same, then the same number of objects will be visible to them in the standard object as they provided by the Salesforce. So we can only do limited customizations on them. Either we can add more number of fields or we can change their label, but more than this customization cannot be possible. If I want to change their API name or the field names, anything, that things cannot be possible, and if I want to add more functionality related to track their activity in the reports or in dashboard, so these things cannot be possible in this standard object because they are already built by the Salesforce. I do not have permission to change them. Okay, I can up to some extent I can do some customizations or add more functionality, but it will be limited always. So examples like account. Account is the one custom object which represent company, organization or individual. So account are also of two types. So first one is of company type and the second one is of individual type. Okay. Now contact and opportunity. These both are also the standard object which represent individual associated with an account and represent potential revenue generating from the events. So let's go to the account right now. So currently I am here on the account tab. If you want to redirect to its object manager, you can directly click on this button. Okay. And here is the option will come edit object. So this object is the same one on which where you are here for the account tab. Okay. If you click on this, it will directly redirect you to the account manager. Okay. Okay, so I clicked on there, I clicked on the edit object, so it directly redirect me to here to the object manager of this particular account or any of the object, okay, related to the list view. So here, if you see for this account, this is the standard object. If we check for the API name, it will be only same as of the label name, that is the account, okay. Why I am showing you this API name, because these are the one which will going to help us in accessing the values related to this object. So this API name comes under the metadata. This is stored in the metadata only, and metadata is the one which will going to help us to get the data which is stored into it. So API names of everything, either it is object, field or any automation, will going to help us to get the data related to it. Okay. So this is the API name, same as of the label name account. This API name is account. If you will going to work on your SQL or Apex code, this API name you will going to use. Okay. Now next comes is the custom object. Custom objects are the one which users will going to create as per the organization need or as per the business flow. These are the objects that you create to meet the specific need of your organizations. Okay, let's suppose there is a requirement company or the client wants to build any functionality for this, which cannot be possible using these custom objects which are provided by Salesforce. So what I need to do, we will going to create a custom flow, and based on this, we will decide how many more objects we need to achieve this requirement. You can define custom field relationship and behavior. So as per this object, as per its need or functionality, now we will create the fields also in this object, and the relationships, everything will be created. For example, if your organization needs to track information about projects, you can create a custom object project, and with the field name, like what will be the project name, when it will be starting, what will be its end date. Okay, so this is how you will going to create the custom objects. So let's go to the object manager and see how it will going to look different from this custom one, standard one. So this is one of my custom object, and if for this custom object you see the API name, it contains the underscore C. Okay. So this means that wherever you will going find this underscore C, this means that this is the custom object, because the API name for the standard object never contains this C underscore. For only the custom things, either it is objects or it is field or any flow or anything, any automation, it will going to contain underscore C, which means they are created by the user, not by the Salesforce. So this is how you can distinguish whether it is custom or it is standard one. Here you can do any kind of customization because this is created by you. So you are fully customize this object as per your need. Any number of fields, any change in label or any API name I can do here. Page layout can also be set as per my need. Any everything can be done as per my flow only. Okay, which is not possible in the standard object. Let's go here in the object manager and try to create a new object. From where we will going to create from this home page itself, there is a object manager. When you comes here, all the objects will be visible to you, whatever the total number of objects are available. Okay, whether the tab for them visible or not, but still they will be here. So here is the create button. From here you can create custom object directly. This is the UI which will open from where you can create. So first thing it will going to ask you what will be the label for this object. Let's suppose test. Then the plural name for this will be test. S will be added. Okay, will it start with the vowel sound? No. Then the description, any description you want to give for this object, you can add for your information, like what is the purpose of creating this object. So you can add here. So after few years, if you are not working in the organization, so other developers are working, so they can go and check out what is the purpose of creating this object. So you can add it accordingly here in the description. It is always advised to go with the description. Either you are creating any field or any custom object or any flow, workflow, automation, anything. So always go with the description so other developers can get to know what is the purpose of this. Okay. Now the next comes is the enter record name, label and the format. What format you want for this custom object? First is the text format. Either you only want to enter the name or you want it to be shown in a auto number. In the auto number, here, if we see, this time all the names are visible for you for particular account. Okay, this is the name for this account is test related, test, Kanika Chauhan, Edge Communication. These are the name. But if you select auto number here, then instead of showing this name, it will going to show you in this format, whatever the format you will going to provide them. So the display format will be like this. Account is the object, so I have added the A here, the starting, and you need to provide the starting number here from where, which number you want to start, either with the 0 or with the 1. If you add 1, it will first record you will going to create in this object will start from 1. Then second will show you 2 here. So in this way, instead of showing the name here, it will going to show you this number, auto number. Okay, no names will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all auto numbers will be visible. Okay, so as per your again need or the requirement, you will going to decide whether I need to go with number or with the name. So when these type of auto numbers are used, first use case is invoices. Whenever you are generating the invoices, so you never find a name there. Okay, it is always in the auto number. If you have purchased anything, any product you purchase, so you might have seen that they used to give you the invoice which name is given like this, INV001, and goes on 1 2 3 anything. So this is the format when we are working with the invoices or number of orders, these kind of things we are working, then at that time auto number is selected, not the name. Okay. Now the next question, option comes is optional features. For this custom object, do you want to create the reports? Yes, in the future might be possible there is a need to create the reports for this object. So I will going to select this. If you will not going to select this, and when you go to create the report, this object will not be visible. So if you want to create reports on this, you need to select this. Do you want allow activities on this object? Yes, I want all the activities to be tracked and it should be shown in the activity timeline. We'll check what is the activity timeline. Okay. Track field history. So there are the few fields available on objects which history can be tracked. Okay, if you're going to select this track field history, so whatever the values any user changing for any field, it will be tracked and show you in the related list. So this is my record. Okay, so this is known as a record. So this is my record here. Whatever the details we will going to fill for the record will be shown here. This here related means is the related list. Related list means whatever the objects related to it will be shown here to you. Okay. So like this, there is a approval history is there, which is not the same, not this history. approval history there. When we select this checkbox, allow track field history, so another related list will be added here, which will going to show you all the values which are changed by the user and at what time by which user. All the detail it will going to show you. Okay, when you click on this track field history, allow in chatter group. Do you want to use this in the chatter groups also? So you can click on this button also, and now the next comes as the this is the object classification. So allow sharing, allow bulk API. So these are the one when we will going to you go with the integration and the sharing rules. So there you can use this object. So if I uncheck this allow sharing, then I cannot share this object with the other users who are not having access. Okay, so this is why allow sharing is always visible. You can create sharing rules over it. Now the next come is allow search, where you will going to use this allow search here. If you're not going to select this allow search and you try to select any value, like in this text object, I added the name Kanika. So it will not going to give me the results from here. For other objects, it will going to give me the records. Okay, but if I want it any value I want to search for, this object should be visible here itself. So I will going to select allow search here. Now the next is, do you want to add notes and attachment in the related list? Again here, notes and attachment. This is the one. Okay, this is the related list from where you can upload all your files and it will comes under the notes and attachment. If you're not going to select this, it will not going to show you this related list and you cannot upload the files. Now the next is launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. This is the one tabs. This tabs he is talking about. Do you want to create the tab for this object or not? If you will not going to select this, then the tab will not be visible here. But if you select this, then it next screen will going to show you to select the tab. Select this checkbox. Okay, when I clicked on save button, test is already available. It will redirect me to the next screen, which is tab. Okay, here. If I do not select that last checkbox, then it will going to directly save this object and it will not show me this tab option. So here it asks me to select the tab style, what style you want to give to your tab. So these are the different style available, which are provided by the Salesforce only. Okay, as per your business requirement, whatever your object functionality will be there, you as per that you can select it, like diamond, flag, guitar, anything. Okay, so for now I just selected this guitar, so the icon will be in this guitar format only. Okay, for this object. And then if you click on next, it will going to ask me the profile permission, to which different profiles you want to give access for this object. Okay, for now, apply one tab visibility to all the profile. By default, it has given visibility to all. So this tab will be visible to all the profiles which are available in my Salesforce. Like the system admin is the one which is assigned to me. Okay, when I created the Salesforce, or by default, it assigned me the system admin. Other than this system admin, these are the different profiles which are in Salesforce. So some of them are standard one and some of them are the one which are created by me only for my use. Okay. So by default, this tab will be visible to all. But if you want, it should be hidden or it should be off. By default, it will make all off. But if you want that for few of them it should be visible and few of them it should be off, then using this apply a different tab visibility, you can select as per your need to which profile you want to show this tab and for which profile you want to hide it. Okay, so for now let's make it by default on for off for all. On for all, and then this is the last step. While saving this, it shows you that this is the added to all the custom app. This is the app. these app launcher is there. Okay, whatever the apps are available in this org, by default this time it include tab in all the apps like sales, service. These are the different application available here. Okay, so again, if you want to as per your need, you can set to which application you want this tab to be visible. Okay, and then the save button. Your object is created. As this is the custom object, that is why it is appended with underscore C.